coming home. New York City, baby. I'll be honest, I'm pretty excited. Mama, Pops, and Cece, yeah, they're going to be there. Playing in front of them in the NBA uniform for the first time is going to be a special moment for me. Now, I know all of Harlem's
The Hornets are looking to defeat their Eastern Conference rival going into this game. And get ready for another dose of NBA basketball on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. And Doris Burke reporting from the sideline. The Hornets have gone just a shade under 50% from the field. 5 of 11. Overall, a down year for the Hornets in the 2014-15 season. A big part of that was that they would struggle on the road.
Yeah, and you know they had playoff aspirations, but as you said, those aspirations derailed because of the road struggles.
1:29 left in the first quarter. The Knicks have gone 6 of 10 from the field in this ball game. Calderon up top. He gives his team some nice contributions, averaging a bit over 10 points a game. The shot's good from O'Quinn.
Very nice pickup of the offensive rebound. And once he gets his hands on it, you know it's going back up and back in.
There's a minute left here in the opening quarter. It's tipped. Calderon with it. Out defended by Freak. The Knicks with the lead. Seraphin kicks to Calderon. There's the pick. Six on the shot clock. Puts up a three. It's rebounded by Charlotte. Fresh from a win against Portland.
You know, they played well enough to win, but to be honest with you, I just felt like their opponent's defensive performance was shaky at best.
Yeah, I'd go along with that, Greg. I mean, the game wasn't handed to them, but they definitely didn't have to work as hard for it as they should have.
Freak kicks to Lynn. And that misses. That would have put him up. Here's Calderon. And some tough time for the Knicks, but you listen to Carmelo Anthony, it's clear he's invested in.
They pulled all the strings to get me here, and
Knicks fans rooting for Carmelo to help make New York a play. Kevin Seraphin, he's checked in for Lopez. Amundsen comes in for Porzingis, and Derek Williams subbed in for Langston Galloway. They've got Kevin Seraphin. Williams is out there with a flower. Then it's Anthony. And it's Amundsen in at the 4. That's the 5 for New York right now. Good on the shot, and with that, the Charlotte lead is cut down now to just 6 points with that basket from Williams. Charlotte's gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far.
And Steve Clifford might not be the most famous coach in the NBA, but he has plenty of experience, and everyone in the league knows exactly how well-versed he is as a coach.
Freak with it, now guarded by Aflalo. Back to Batum. And it's Zeller atop the key. And here's Freak. Goes back up. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. And a chance now to look at the small forwards who have been dominant this season offensively. Second, Carmelo Anthony.
I mean, tremendously gifted athletically. I mean, we're used to seeing that at that spot on the floor, and they pretty much all give astonishing individual performances on any given night.
Well, we know the small forward spot is where the bulk of the scoring load rests on most teams. I mean, those players on that list always come through in the scoring department. These guys pack a lot of firepower.
Always going up for the alley-oop here. Kaminsky misses. And Clifford in his third year now as a head coach, Greg. That experience you were just talking about. He has 29 years of coaching under his belt. He's a Van Gundy disciple, Clark. Was on the coaching staff for both brothers.
Yeah, and he's been with a lot of teams, Kevin. 13 seasons as an assistant for the Lakers, Rockets, Magic, and Knicks.
Here's Anthony.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
Here's Lynn. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming his way.
You know, huge height advantage there, but because of the great body control, he's able to cancel it out.
Agreed. The body control essential in that situation. I mean, if you're giving up a bunch of height, then you better be able to manufacture things in the air.
And the hope for Jeremy Lin last season was that he'd take a step forward in his development, but almost was the opposite in this point.
And that can happen. You don't always go a straight line north in your improvement in this league. He'd been on an upward swing as far as his shooting accuracy, but last season was the worst since his rookie year in that area.
Now here's Freak. He's guarded by Aflalo. Here's Jung. Kept alive by Charlotte. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot two. It's on Aaron Aflalo. For Charlotte, they have put up good numbers at the charity stripe, converting 6 of 7. The free throw drops for Kaminsky.
Second, getting a little bit more physical, playing with some toughness now.
And I'm looking for them to increase that lead if they can keep getting to the free throw line.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Anthony, the pass to Aflalo. Got a piece of it. They recover it, and he gets it to go.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Now, Freak. Outside, Lynn. 1 second left. No good on the buzzer beater. And the first.
Hey, Kevin, I've got...
All right, guys, focus on me. We got them where we want them, and we can quiet these fans down even more if we pay attention to a couple of key things. The first thing is that we've done nice work immediately attacking whenever they force a turnover. That approach has to stay the same in half number 2 because the points are never going to come any simpler than that. One thing I'll say is that we didn't lean too much on either our defense or our offense. That was a good thing. We can't afford to be one-dimensional. And just to talk about what we want for the pace of the game, I'd say nice and steady suits us just fine. It doesn't have to be a track meet. And that's all I wanted to go over with you. Let's go play a good half of basketball.
And the second half about to start here in just a few moments. In for New York, Kyle O'Quinn comes in for Aaron Aflalo. And some changes here for the Hornets. Setting the floor for the Hornets. Jung in at point guard. Batuma's out there with Cody Zeller. Then it's Kaminsky, and it's Lynn in at the 2 guard. Here's Serafin. Good on the shot, and that shaves the lead to single digits.
No matter what they've tried, the D just has not been able to deny them the ball in the paint.
And it's a big key thus far in this game, Clark, because whenever they've gotten the ball in the paint, good things have happened.
Lynn against Anthony. Now here's Freak. He gets it up. He got it up that time, but it wouldn't fall for him.
Knicks fans, these are your Knicks City dancers.
And the final period of play just about to start. So it's New York picking up the win. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing it.
Carmelo.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Hi again, everybody. This is Ernie Johnson, joined by Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet. Carmelo Anthony.
Just an unreal performance for him in so many ways. That was a player
And that wraps things up, folks. Thanks for joining us. For Shaquille O'Neal.
What a life, eh, freak? 1 minute you're playing 21 and horse on the courts in Harlem, and the next moment you're in the showroom, configuring the gunmetal and graphite exterior of your luxury car and your iPad mini. Oh, I bet you get a crazy crowd when you drive that car around the block in the old neighborhood, huh?
Yeah, I'm living the dream. Mad pandemonium. But folks from back around the way are real proud of me.
Yeah, I hear you. Local kid makes good. You know, it kind of reminds me of when I took my tech stock public and I rang the New York Stock Exchange bell, and my mom's friends called her up and said, "Maggie, is that your son on Bloomberg News this morning ringing the bell?" And my mom says, "Yes, sirree, Bob, it was him." That was a great moment, freak. And you know, our lives are like a pearl necklace of great moments, all strung together with the finest silk thread of memories. And we have to be very careful how we cultivate those pearls and we thread that necklace.
Does this meeting by any chance have to do with Vic Van Leer?
I grew up in the burbs, freak. I wasn't poor, upper middle class, comfortable. My daddy worked as an accountant for one of the largest insurance firms in the country. Smart with his money. Mom didn't have to work. I went to boarding school. And then my dad died of a heart attack when I was a freshman at MIT. I was a movie geek, wanted to be a civil engineer, but I made my fortune by becoming a hybrid of both those interests. My dad didn't want me to be an accountant. Oh, listen to this. My best friend was a guy named Isidore. Yeah, we called him Izzy. He was one of the smartest human beings I have ever met in my life. I mean, Izzy was taking second-year college calculus courses as a high school sophomore, right? Straight A student, full ride to MIT. Izzy had the world at his fingertips. But he was always looking for trouble, and trouble found him. He ran with the wrong crowd. And when we got to MIT, he got this great job working for a financial consulting firm in Boston. But every weekend, he would fly to Vegas. You see, Izzy had a system for counting cards in Vegas that had the big casinos on the Strip. Oh, it's stymied. He would come back to MIT with suitcases filled with $200,000 in cold cash.
What?
Yeah.
So your man Izzy was getting hit off like that?
Like a fat rat in a cheddar cheese factory, freak.
Okay, so what happened to this dude Izzy? Because he's dope.
No, not dope. Dead. After he'd been missing for 3 weeks, the Nevada State Police never found hide nor hair of Isidore. And our friendship took a hit when he asked me to hang out with him in Vegas, and I said I wouldn't do it because I knew he was on a dark and twisted path in his life. And yes, he was my dude. But no way was I gonna throw my life away trying to show my loyalty to a guy who really and truly didn't understand what loyalty was all about.
So this meeting is about Vic.
Correctamente.
Okay, well, sir, Vic isn't Izzy.
And why's that, freak?
Well, for one thing, you and your dead friend Izzy didn't grow up poor. Me and Vic grew up in a neighborhood where we had to look over our shoulder every 2 seconds to make sure nobody was going to walk up on us and rob us.
True. Izzy and I did not grow up in the hood. But we, like you, thankfully grew up in a 2-parent household. But even that wasn't enough for Izzy. He wasn't satisfied. He was always looking for a 5-alarm fire when he already had the warmth and comfort of a loving family. This is not about class warfare, freak. This is about the consequences of making bad choices and risking it all when you feel like you have nothing to lose.
Vic is like a brother to me, sir.
But you shouldn't be Brother Vic's keeper, freak. Would a brother go looking for trouble and put your career and your livelihood at risk? by getting into fights at nightclubs and seedy after-hour joints, and then scream to the media, "Yeah, it's all good, I'm an FOF, friendo freak. It's all misunderstanding. Y'all be haters, don't hate my game." I don't think a brother would do that to someone they really cared about, but a guy who looked at you like a meal ticket would.
No. See, you don't understand Vic.
Really? I don't understand.
No.
Look, man, it was a misunderstanding with the guy in the next VIP booth. His honey started flirting with me, so naturally I started flirting back. Next thing I know, Captain Cornball's off my grill piece beefing. Next thing he know, he got a two-piece and a biscuit on his left eye. Hey, I don't know who hit him, and it damn sure wasn't me. Hey, Captain Cornball's mad because I'm an FOF, friend of freak. Hey, but check this out, though. He needs to train that hottie before he leave the house, though. Yo, he's hotties ain't loyal, man.
What's there to understand? Are you freaking blind? You know, I just want to know, how much did you pay your lawyers to make all this go away?
Almost $100,000.
Excuse me, son, I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you.
I said I paid almost $100,000.
Exactly. And if you keep riding shotgun with Vic, you're gonna go broke. Quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Look, Vic is my friend, and I grew up with him. How many times I gotta tell you, sir?
Freak, this is not a request. I am not asking you to do this. I am telling you to do this. And the first order of business is that Mr. Vic Van Leer is banned from traveling with you on the road. Vic is banned from the locker room. And Vic is banned from this arena. And if I catch this guy, Vic, in or anywhere near the facilities, Mr. Vic Van Leer will be arrested for trespassing.
Are you serious, sir?
Brother, I'm as serious as cancer. We all know that can be deadly.
You know, when me and Vic were kids, playing summer tournaments at the Dome, we always imagined making it to the pros, right? And after the crowds left, just a street light was on the court, like 11:30, 12 midnight, even 1 in the morning sometimes. We used to practice player introductions, running on the court, giving dap, high-fiving the teammates. Vic, he would act as an announcer. You know, he would introduce me, announce my name on the loudspeaker, and the Jumbotron would flash my image like a little guy dressed in long shorts and a jersey. And now, fresh off his 3-game, 62-point scoring streak, the youngest player to ever do so in NBA history, Frequency Vibrations. So me and Vic would sit in those empty bleachers at the Dome and dream like nobody's business. And now I'm living a dream. For real. And in so many ways, Vic was part of that.
Please, listen to me. I mean, I know this guy's your dude from way back.
Look, me and Vic go way back like the front seats of a 67 Cadillac.
That's good. We go way back. Did you say front seats?
Front seats of a 67 Cadillac.
We go way back like the front seats of a 67 Cadillac. Well, do you have any crickets? I'm going to be the hit once again at Herbie Allen's Sun Valley Shindig because my fellow billionaires love it when I walk and talk that talk.
So that almost sounds...
No, let me tell you exactly what it sounds like. I respect, admire, and most importantly, love you as a human being and a role model. But I pay you a lot. And I mean, I pay you a lot of money to play for my team. And I am in this game to win it. And you can't win it with an albatross around your neck like Vic. So Vic is done. History. And here's some more lingo that I picked up from a former megastar who used to play for me several seasons ago. Thought I would never release him until I did. And now he's the sixth man on a struggling team in Venice. And yeah, I'm talking Venice with the canals and the gondolas and Harry's bar, not the street ballers next to the fortune tellers on the beach in Cali. This guy used to tell me when he thought there was a player destroying our team, don't be a hero, cut that zero. And that is what I am telling you about Vic, freak. Don't be a hero, cut that zero. The only thing Vic brings into your life is headache and unwanted and unnecessary negative attention. And it will begin to affect your mindset. And when it affects your mindset, it's going to affect your play. And when it affects your play, it's going to affect my team. And when it affects my team, it's going to affect my money. And if it affects my money, Google Translate will become your new freaking friend. I want a championship ring, freak, and I want you to help me get that ring. And banners after banners hanging from the rafters in this arena. So, freak, hear me clearly and hear me good. V, G, Vic, gotta go! Handle your business. And remember, that contract you signed contains a morality clause, a very important clause that revolves around your conduct on and off the court, and how it can negatively impact my team. Now, I don't want you to have to learn Italian or Croatian as a second language. And hey, playing pro ball overseas, there's nothing wrong with that. But the arenas are nothing like this, nor will the money be the same. And on top of all of that, this is the U.S. of A., the greatest freaking country in the world. Ask yourself, is Vic worth all that? Think about it. Think long, think wrong.
Tell you about Vic. He has his bad rap. It's not, and I understand some of his judgments might shadow his actual character. He's not that at all. Man, Vic, let me tell you something. We actually, we have love for each other. We're brothers. Blood couldn't make us any closer at all. I mean, he has so much loyalty to me and to my family. You could see even Cece, has issues with him, but he still loves her. He still loves her.
Steph Curry and the Warriors next game. I've been looking forward to this for a while now. You know they'll be running and gunning. And Steph's gonna do 2 or 3 things that make you want to stop and stare. But we can't let that distract us. Because if we lose focus for even a second, they'll be up 20. So
we are in Charlotte, North Carolina, as we get ready for this interconference contest here at the Time Warner Cable Arena. We're happy to have you with us for 2K Sports midweek presentation of NBA basketball. on the floor now for Charlotte. Different look here for the Warriors. Spates checked in for Bogut. Iguodala comes in for Harrison Barnes. Leandro Barbosa, he's checked in for Thompson. And it's Livingston in for Curry. So for the Golden State Warriors right now, Iguodala and Green are set at the forward spots. Livingston is out there with Barbosa, and it's Spates in at the center position. What a year for the Warriors. Clark won their division for the first time in 39 years, ran away with the very tough Western Conference.
And there were a number of surprises last season, Kevin, but the Warriors were at the top of the list. I mean, I don't think anybody, including you and I, pegged them to be as good as they were.
Especially the way the finals began.
Exactly.
It's deflected.
Rebounding is going to be the focal point for them in this one, fellas. I can feel it.
It always is, and it has been so far, and they've gotten a nice edge on the glass.
And guys, what do you think about the hustle stats for the Warriors?
You know, they've done a great job of getting a hand up on shooters. Actually have gotten a lot of blocks as well, solidifying that defensive effort.
And also, how about the fact defensively, they're getting that backboard and getting out in transition, especially in this first half.
And Doris Burke spoke with Steve Kerr. Doris?
We talked about the impact players on these two teams, the ones who can take over a game single-handedly. And he told me that Michael Kidd-Gilchrist may already be in that category. He said he's a guy we've got to account for. He's just so relentless. If you're not ready to match his intensity level, he'll make you look bad. And Kevin, he said if they can limit his impact on the game, that will certainly help.
Thanks, Doris. That's good.
What do you do with that guy? With his handles, he abuses defenders.
Last outing for Golden State, it was a loss to the Utah Jazz.
The offense just struggled mightily in that game. They went stretches where points just became very difficult to come by.
And ironically, their play wasn't that bad. It was just their shot making that went AWOL.
Freak passes to Lamb. Now the feed to Freak. Powered down after the assist. Let him into the lane.
And that's some inspiration. Steals, blocks, and a big dunk. Those are ways that you can really change the momentum in a game.
Well, they got to chip away, Clark, at that deficit, and no doubt that'll help.
And that's what he's out there for, guys. I mean, he is an electrifying player, no doubt.
And now running up the court, Kidd-Gilchrist pushing it up.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Yeah, they have really owned the interior. You've got to collapse that defense and force them to beat you over the top.
The Warriors have shot 75% at the line tonight, going 3 for 4. That free throw, no good. And he's good on the second. Freak with it. 1 second left, and that's not going to go. The scoring fast and furious as we end the first quarter. Warriors lead by 8. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the... And here's Freak on his experience as a one-and-done college player. Now with more and more freshmen, Clark, making... Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Jung, he's in at the point. Kaminsky out there with Tyler Hansbrough. Then there's Michael Kidd-Gilchrist, and it's Lamb in at the 2. So that's the Hornets 5. He kicks to Kidd-Gilchrist. It's stolen by Curry. And up the court come the Warriors on the break. Iguodala dishes to Curry. That's a 2 from Barnes. Not enough on that one as it misses.
And you look at Michael Kidd-Gilchrist, and he has every tool you want in an elite defender. His speed, length, and instincts are incredible. And couple that with next-level athleticism.
And it's Freak missing.
And, you know, coaches just love players who they can count on to give that effort defensively.
And he clearly is one of those guys, Greg. We saw it right there. Nice work forcing that miss.
And some changes here for the Warriors. Barbosa comes in for Klay Thompson. And it's Livingston in for Curry. We've got 1:55 left in the first half of the game. Offensive rebound. Tries yet again. Puts one up from 19. And yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim. And the Warriors lead by 9. Charlotte has gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Kid Gilchrist said last year he wants to be known, Clark, as the best defender the league has ever seen.
And Kevin, he said it in a very humble way. I mean, it wasn't being braggadocious at all. He knows he has to work to get up there, but it is something that he aspires to, and you like to hear guys talk about that end of the floor that way.
And guys, Tyler Hansbrough, as heavily a decorated player as we've ever had in college, has somehow seen his numbers steadily decline in the pros. Last season, he was in for an average of only 14 minutes a game, the lowest of his career, and he also only averaged about 4 points a game, which also equaled the lowest of his career.
How about the perseverance there, the extra effort on that offensive glass?
Clark, Tyler Hansbrough has been a effort guy, but he hasn't, just displayed the physical tools needed to match up, it looks like, with bigger power forwards.
Yeah, and if you lack certain physical tools, you better have a well-developed skill set. That other area where Tyler has needed improvement is his skill. Still young enough to turn it around, but the clock continues to tick.
56 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Now here's Freak. Defense right on him. Goes up again.
Yeah, in this quarter, they've had the right approach. Driving and drawing. Initiating contact. Create opportunities. Get to the line.
Yeah, I like everything you said there, because when all else fails, if you can get to the stripe, that's really a good way to change the momentum in the game, because you get points and you also slow down the opponent because the game isn't going up and down as much.
After making it to the playoffs in 2014, the Hornets couldn't repeat the feat in 2015. A slow start probably, Greg, more than anything else did him in.
Really disappointing season coming in with such high expectations, and 33 and 49 just not good enough to get into the playoffs in any season.
19 seconds left now here in the second. Feeds to Hansbrough. Just 5 on the clock. And Kid Gilchrist kicks to Freak, and he finishes nicely on the layup. Freak's got it back down to within single digits for Charlotte. At the elbow, Green. And the Warriors tack on 2 more.
Wow, he was just wide open there. That's way too easy.
It's tipped. And so we wrap up the...
Thank you, Kevin. Andre, what...
Okay, let's get it together, guys. We're not that far out of it, and it's not going to take much to get this building going again. Listen up. I like the number of assists we've racked up. That says a lot about the way we've been running our offense, and there's no reason we can't get more. Keep finding the open man. But we did get a nice lift off the bench in that half. I might want to stay with some of those hot hands, so everybody be ready. I know we're down, but I don't want that to dictate the speed we run our offense at. Good shots are the priority, not quick shots. We've got an uphill battle on our hands, no doubt about it. I don't want to catch you guys looking at the scoreboard. All we can do is play our game.
And the second half about to start here in just a few moments. Clay and the Warriors with some changes. Spates checked in for Bogut. Iguodala comes in for Draymond Green. And it's Livingston in for Curry. Setting the floor for the Warriors. Iguodala, the 3 with Barnes, the stretch 4. Livingston and Thompson are the guards. And it's Spates in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. They set the pick. And here's Freak. He's got 8. Shot, high post, no luck. Good D by Thompson.
Great-looking defense, really, just to disrupt the rhythm on that shot.
Yeah, it really turned it from a simple, straightforward look into a very difficult shot.
And he found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the D.
Hornets trail by 7.
And guys, one thing that we were treated with last year was Steve Kerr's great quotability in post-game interviews and pressers. He said all the right things and deflected praise like a coach who had done it for many years.
Here's Kaminsky, and foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. And Kerr is so good with the media because, Greg, he was a media member himself for so long. You know that as well as anybody. Clark, I don't think he ever tried his hand at broadcasting, though. I can't see him doing that, could you?
Yeah, right,
No.
Right. He probably just drone on as a broadcaster and would rarely contribute anything of note. Some guys have what it takes to call games, and Steve just doesn't quite scratch me as that kind of guy.
No.
And although he doesn't quite get the block, he does get the missed field goal attempt because of his ability to alter the shot.
Well, almost as effective as a block. I mean, made him completely change his release point, and I think that caused a miss.
And, guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Warriors.
And they've made the long range look like a layup at times in this one, guys.
They've worked hard tonight at crashing the boards as well. They've had a bunch of second chance points.
That's good, and the Warrior lead is cut down to just 4 points with a bucket from Freak.
That's a terrific move to the basket. The defense played that one well, but it didn't make any difference.
Here is Livingston. He's got 7 from the line. Can't get it to go.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Iguodala with the steal. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. And there's Barnes. That's good on the assist by Livingston. Livingston's got 3 assists in the game. Lamb passes to Freak. Charlotte moving the ball around. Shots good by Jefferson.
Really hard to find fault with anything he's doing this quarter, at least at the offensive end.
Here is Livingston. Taking a look at his numbers, he averages about 7 points a game. Barbosa for 3. No good. Kid Gilchrist. No good. And we welcome you back to what has been a good one here as we get into the 4th quarter. Brooks checked in for Charlotte. Golden State also making some changes. Spates checked in for Bogut. Barbosa comes in for Andre Iguodala. And it's Livingston in for Draymond Green. Zeller and Jefferson are inside. Jeremy Lin is out there with Freak. And it's Batum in at the 3, the small forward. So that's the lineup for Charlotte. Here's Curry. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a 3-point play.
Really aggressive play there, taking it to the rack against the big fella.
You know, Greg, aggressiveness is really the only option when you're on the wrong side of the size equation.
Looking at who's out there now for the Warriors. Andrew Bogut checked in for Spates. Green comes in for Sean Livingston. And it's Barnes in for Leandro Barbosa. They set the screen. Barnes dishes to Green. An easy 2 points on the layup. And the Warriors lead by 10.
This is a serious game-clinching run they're on.
Yeah, I agree with you. Just not backing off here. I mean, they're looking to close this one out in style. What a time to have this kind of serve.
11 seconds left in the game. Now here's Freak. Can't get the bucket from 20 feet out. So we see the Warriors taking the game here. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
And Kevin, how about the mental toughness that this group showed? They were never rattled at all.
Yes, Kevin, thank you.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Hi again, everybody. This is Ernie Johnson, joined by Shaquille O'Neal. Stephen Curry. He had just an outstanding 4th quarter performance. He really had the fire lit under him. And that'll do it for tonight. For Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and our illustrious
The only color I care about is green, money. Now, you've certainly made some money so far, Freak, but it's time we make more money. I'm talking movies, TVs, endorsements, even your own brand Jordan sneakers.
I care about the game first, Dom. All that sounds great, but don't you think it's a little too early to be talking about all that?
Too early? LeBron was 12 years old in 6th grade when he was thinking Space Jam. It's never too early to take and make leaps.
I guess.
You guess? This isn't high school. This isn't college. This is the real world. And the real world is fueled by one thing.
Oh, money.
That's right. Money. Dollar bills, y'all. Why do you think they put presidents on them? Because that's what presides over us. I ever tell you guys about the first dollar I ever made?
No, Dom, but you're about to.
Yo, check this out. CC, this is a great story, right? So I'm 7 years old, Queens, New York, 1973. My older brother, Lonzo, he's got a lemonade stand. So that summer, I'm like, Lonzo, let me help out. Let me make a couple of bucks with you. He's like, all right, Dom, come on. I'll teach you the business. So I'm pouring tons of sugar. I'm squeezing the lemons. I got the lemonade stand all set up. I'm like, yo, I got this, right? So I'm watching during the course of the day. I'm noticing something Lonzo's doing. He's not charging for refills. That summer, I convinced Lonzo no more free refills, and we make $2,000 plus tips. Today, Lonzo's Lemonade is a national brand and publicly traded.
Oh, wow. That's dope.
I'm not here to impress. I'm here to improve and to assist. I'm like the Italian-American Magic Johnson, running point for Team Freak. No.
The only person running point around here will be me.
CC, look at my watch. What do you see?
Not this again. I've seen the movie.
This is diamonds and platinum. Gold, forget about it. Silver, forget about it. This is diamonds and platinum. It's power and speed. Freak, this is what you have. You are on your way to being the biggest thing in the NBA. I'm proposing now that we dominate off the court as well as on.
I can't believe I'm saying this, Freak, but Dom has a point. You've been establishing yourself on the court, and now it's time to take it off the court. Brand Jordan sneakers, the possibilities are endless.
Listen, Freak, you're going to have to decide the legacy you want to leave. But I'm not some agent from the Yellow Pages. I'm Dom Pagnotti. I'm the man, the myth, the legend, the king, #1. I'm the best. And I'm a shark. And the Pagnotti shark is working for you. And we got to set new goals and bigger goals, okay? I'm talking all-star game. I'm talking dunk contest. When was the last time you saw an NBA great in a dunk contest, huh? I'm talking first team all-NBA, first team all-defensive team.
What about social media?
Yvette, great idea. Social media. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Let's kick it up a notch. www.freakingandvibing.com. That's right, your own website. I've already set it up for you, and it's running great.
Wait, hold up.
Listen, I'm in negotiations right now on a feature that will allow viewers to watch Freak and only him and his plays during the game.
Yeah, but you set up a website without consulting me?
Yeah.
When did this happen?
Last week.
Uh-oh. Oh, this is gonna be epic.
CC, I love you, but I got no time to waste. And you're out there busy doing whatever it is you're doing.
Whatever I'm doing, you know what? I'm really sick and tired of the disrespect. This is Team Freak, not the Dom Pagnotti Italian-American opera.
Cece, calm down, all right? Dom here, he's just trying to take us to the next level.
Look, Ming Ching, I don't even know why you're here when your job is to look good and shut up.
Cece, chill.
No, I'm done chilling. Between your clown agent and your gold-digging girlfriend, I've had enough.
Gold digger? You're the winner of the Lucky Sperm contest, and I'll have you know I am currently starting my own fashion line. I've already got model contracts from Beijing to Milan. Not to mention I graduated top of my class. Summa cum laude.
You mean thank you, Laude?
I don't need a man to save me or provide for me, okay? I got my own. Boo.
Okay, well, if that's the case, then why has all your success and fame coincided with your relationship with my brother? If you're really on top of your game, wouldn't that have happened before y'all even met? Right?
You know what, Cece? You're just jealous. It's okay, though. Why don't you just play the background, yeah? Enjoy the ride.
Y'all both done yet?
May I continue? Now listen, as far as movie properties go, I've already got a script based upon a story of your life, Freak, okay? So guys, check out these possible titles. Freaking and Vibing, Life and Times, Volume 1. The Freak Chronicle, Freak the Fast and Furious, Part 1 does it, and this one's my favorite, Freak, you're gonna love this. He got Pagnotti.
Whoa, okay.
You love it,
all
right?
Dom. Yeah, but look, you're the man, but you're not the man. Okay, you work for me. You have to follow my lead. I'm all for your ideas, but in due time. As for now, I want to focus on the court, and we'll discuss some of your ideas at a later date. Understood?
Yo, we're cool in the gang, bro. That's all you had to say.
All right, good. Thank you. Vet, chill. You cannot let Cece get underneath your skin. But on the same token, you cannot go out of your way to piss her off. I don't have time to be playing peacekeeper between you two.
You know what? We need to talk about this afterwards alone.
Fine. Cece? Cece? You need to hold this together. You and I both agreed long ago that Dom was the best agent for me. He has delivered. Are his methods questionable? Is he a shark? Yes and yes. But he's our shark. He's what's best for me, which means he is what's best for all of us. Your job is to bring us balance. Manage the team, sis. We all need to be on the same page.
You're right. But blood is thicker than water.
You know, I ain't trying to hear all that. I'm not here to hold hands. I'm here to win games and achieve greatness on and off the court. But in order for that to happen, I need everybody to be on point. Essentially, get right or get gone. Yeah, I don't have time to be teaching you guys how to work together. It either starts now or I find it elsewhere. Squashed?
Squashed.
Zucchini'd.
Mr. Dom Pagnotti. Mr. Diamond and Platinum himself. It's a love-hate relationship.
What do you think about people who see your brother as just a meal ticket?
Well, that's why I'm there. I'm the gatekeeper. Yep. I can smell it from a mile away.
When you take time out for your own personal life, do you have a personal life?
I do.
Where at? I think Freak is your personal life.
You can think whatever you want, mister. But, I have a personal life. Thanks.
Yeah?
Yeah. I think that should end the interview right now. Yeah? It's great meeting you.
We got Kevin Durant up next. And you know he'll come to play. I love his versatility, but that makes shutting him down next to impossible. Coach gave us a full breakdown of what to expect, and we watched plenty of film. But sometimes you just got to throw all that out the window and settle things on the court.
Okay, fans, let's get loud!
We are in Charlotte, North Carolina, as we get ready for this interconference contest here at the Time Warner Cable Arena. There's no better time of year than the holidays for NBA basketball on 2K Sports. Welcome, everyone. This is Kevin Harlan, and here with me tonight, Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke. Reporting from the sideline. You look at the Thunder. They've really been on a roll. Entirely new group in now for Charlotte. Kaminsky is checked in for Jefferson. Kid Gilchrist comes in for Zoe. Jeremy Lamb's checked in for Jeremy Lin. And Freak subbed in for Kemba Walker. Adams, he's checked in for the Thunder. So for Oklahoma City right now, the rugged duo of Ibaka and Adams in the middle. Westbrook the point with Waiters at the 2. And it's Durant in at the 3 spot. And a wide open look for Freak. A three-pointer off the mark. Looking at Oklahoma City, they took the win in their last game against the Suns.
Deadly from behind the three-point line in that game, and it really gave them the ability, I felt, to stretch that defense out.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, it opened things up for them in a big way. The defense was never able to string together any stops or get comfortable.
When you think about guards who play without fear or any hesitation, Russell Westbrook is the first of those guys to come to mind.
I tell you what, man, his relentless pursuit and attacking of the goal and his opponent is really something to watch.
Durant with it, now guarded by Kaminsky. And it's Russell Westbrook with the 3. Westbrook's got 9 points.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
1:36 left to play in the first quarter. And that one's good. Free.
And for Westbrook, he had some high praise. Allen Iverson said he's a huge fan of Westbrook and sees so much of himself in him, mostly due to how they play with heart. I'll tell you the other thing. Allen Iverson I always felt was the most intimidating small guard in the history of the league. Russell Westbrook rapidly trying to claim that honor.
Pass to Batum. Charlotte moving it around. Outside, Kid Gilchrist. The feed to Freak. Clock at 6. Can't hit. Some solid defense from Ibaka.
You know, I was thinking back to that Iverson quote on Westbrook. They play with that same fire. The styles in which they play are different, but you can see the intensity is the same between them.
Oklahoma City shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line. Hansbrough's checked in for Nicholas Batum. Then for the Thunder, Mitch McGary's checked in for Adams. Collison comes in for Serge Ibaka. And Anthony Morrow's subbed in for Durant. Charlotte shooting their first free throws here for the night. He misses the free throw. Durant's checked in for Russell Westbrook. And the second free throw, good. There's 38 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. And stolen by Freak. And Lamb with a clear path to the hoop. And that one's good.
Tell you what, that was all made possible by the heads-up defense at the other end.
And I love that as soon as they get their hands on the basketball, they immediately get out and transition.
And Waiters kicks to McGary. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Yeah, just used his strength there to get the post position without much fight from the defense.
Yeah, I think he's got to do a much better job next time of just bodying up. Get some muscle into him.
Freak dishes to Hansbrough. Here's Morrow. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Morrow's got his first bucket in this one. And after just 1 quarter of play. And Kevin Durant, former MVP, still feels like he has room to grow, and he gives us some insight into that. Well, the will seems to be there, Greg, but Kevin Durant seems surrounded by uncertainty. Can he get that and stay healthy? Now about 3 minutes gone in this second quarter of basketball. We know Oklahoma City has the stars, the big names, the offensive flair. But, you know, Greg, this team, and you appreciate this, is a very tough defensive group.
Yeah, I think they've matured in that area. In the past, that wasn't always true. But last year, the Thunder really hung their hat on their defense. Top 10 in opponents' field goal percentage.
Last game for the Charlotte Hornets, it was a loss to the Raptors in Toronto.
The offense just struggled mightily in that game. They went stretches where points just became very difficult to come by.
And ironically, their play wasn't that bad. It was just their shot making that went AWOL.
Durant with a wide open look. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. 10 points for Kevin Durant. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for Oklahoma City.
Well, I think the defensive aggressiveness on display here has caught him off guard, playing airtight defense and coming up with the steals.
And the other thing that's been equally as effective is the fact that they've gotten out on the fast break. A lot of points coming in transition.
2 on the clock. The 17-footer. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. And the Hornets making a change here. Lamb's checked in. The Thunder leading by 14. .144 left now here in the second. It's stolen by Lamb. Here's Jung. Rebounded by Serge Ibaka.
Well, he won't miss many of those, especially with the defender not in the best of positions there.
And here's Morrow outside. It's rebounded by Charlotte.
You know, even though he missed that three-point shot, I think the defense has to do a better job of challenging the shot.
Yeah, as a coach, you can really ill afford to have those types of opportunities presented against your defense.
I like the way he's not forcing anything, taking advantage of what the defense has given him. He's been a key contributor for them in this quarter.
And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
And let's take a look at some numbers for Durant. Averaging about 27 points per, 8 assists, and 7 rebounds. He has been at his most dynamic, no question about it, a real handful.
Well, he's operating at the highest level right now, one of the truly elite talents in the NBA.
And he sinks the second. The Thunder leading by 15. Westbrook passes to Ibaka. Westbrook with a screen for Ibaka. Out of bounds. Charlotte takes possession. Well, you might have been wondering who the top scoring small forwards have been over the last 10 games. Wonder no more. Here's a peek. Kevin Durant, number 1.
There is no doubt he is one of the league's most dynamic offensive players. I mean, he's capable of putting up some huge numbers from that wing position.
Well, I think the wing position is his home base. That's his best spot. He's most comfortable there, but he's comfortable anywhere on the floor, inside, outside, pulling up or driving to the rim.
For Oklahoma City, they've gone 7 of 13 from the field since the start of the second. Let's it go from 14. Here's Ibaka. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2. First trip to the line for him here. The first free throw is good. And guys, Serge Ibaka's production was just a little off last season. We're not talking, big number changes. We're talking small dips in a number of categories.
Well, one category where he did really fall off, though, Kevin, was field goal percentage. A career 53% shooter, he dropped down to 47.
Cantor checked in for the Thunder.
It's a +5 advantage for them in the rebounding category after that board.
Very steady with their work on the interior. Really a well-rounded effort overall.
And Lamb kicks to Freak. Over in the corner, Lamb. And the Hornets miss again. Durant can't get it to go. And through the first half, a pretty lopsided affair.
Well, Kevin and...
Okay, guys, that wasn't the kind of basketball I had in mind, especially on our home court. Let's go over what happened. Well, they've come out looking to run, and so far we've let them. Let's bust our butts to get back on D and force them to slow things down in the second half. Now, that wasn't our only issue for sure. In general, we have to be more connected as a unit, not 5 individuals, no matter which 5 of you is out there. Okay, in terms of pace, let's keep things moderate next half. Turning this game into a track meet might hurt us more than it will help us. Okay, that's it. I'm expecting a whole lot out of you guys in the next 2 quarters. This isn't a game I'm anywhere close to giving up on, and neither should you.
Welcome back, everyone, to the start of the second half. Big margin on our hands, but we'll see if that gap narrows down in the third and fourth quarters. Well, you look at Russell Westbrook in this game. He has been everywhere.
How about the magic touch?
Kid Gilchrist, he's checked in for Nicholas Batum. And Freak subbed in for Jeremy Lin. The Thunder also changing it up. Steven Adams, he's checked in for Cantor. Collison comes in for Serge Ibaka. And Anthony Morrow subbed in for Durant. Jung, he's in at shooting guard. Michael Kidd-Gilchrist out there with Tyler Hansbrough. Then it's Kaminsky, and it's Walker in at the point guard position. So that's the lineup for Charlotte.
I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen throughout, just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively turning into quick points.
And that can't continue. I mean, if they hope to get back in this game, I mean, it's really deflating from a morale standpoint. They need stops and points, not turnovers.
Shot clock at 5. Here's Jung. Hits the front of the rim and out.
Can't get anything to drop. I mean, the way he's going, it's probably not something he should try and shoot his way out of.
Well, they say you should shoot your way out of it, but his teammates probably have other thoughts in mind. The last thing they want to see him doing is continuing to cast that jumper up.
Kicks to Walker. Hansbrough setting the pick for Walker. He dishes it to Freak. Inside, Kaminsky, and he uses the glass on the layup. Kaminsky's got his first bucket of the night.
That's really told the story today, guys. I mean, throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and then finish.
More active and more physical down low. That's what's really been the difference thus far.
Collison dishes to Westbrook. There's the pick. Morrow, that's a two-pointer. And Oklahoma City again with the bucket. And so it's Charlotte with it. 58 seconds left in the third. Clark, they've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cottonmouth here. Dry spell for sure.
And watching Kemba Walker play, so explosive. An undersized floor general, nasty crossover.
For Oklahoma City, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Taking a look at the Thunder, Durant the 3 and Ibaka the 4. Westbrook the point with Waiters at the 2, and it's Cantor in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Greg talking about Walker. You have to love the way he competes, his willingness, Clark, to put the team on his shoulders and carry him.
Love that competitive spirit of his. They're actually figuring out how to use him best, but he's such a dynamic offensive player. You've got to give him room to be creative at that end.
And now the fast break. Westbrook with the ball. Good. And now we'll get a perspective here on the hustle game. How it's been going for the Thunder.
Their defense has been outstanding, closing out on shots and blocking a few as well.
They've repeatedly gotten out on the break tonight as well and scored a lot of baskets in transition.
McGarry's checked in for Oklahoma City. Roberson comes in for Dion Waiters. Here's Jung. Charlotte no good that time either.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down, try to get some easy ones.
Durant attacking. The rebound by Hansbrough. Hansbrough's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. It's stolen. Deflects the pass. Westbrook passes to Durant. Oklahoma City moving the ball around.
The guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it, too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket and don't let them set up the defense.
Over to the left wing. Hairston kicks to Freak. Shot clock at 5. To the paint. Here's Hansbrough. Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with a pass.
Pass to Roberson. Inside, here's Ibaka. Lays it up and banks it in. Ibaka's got 4 points in the quarter.
Boy, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
It really has, Clark. The defense unable to react as quickly as necessary in terms of dealing with their passing.
There's a screen. Hairston, the pass to Freak. Shot on the wing. That one wide left.
Yeah, good tough D. There to get a hand up and force that miss.
That's example number one of why he is such a strong defensive player and why he has such a great defensive reputation.
Here's McGarry, and that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. Westbrook's got his 8th assist in the game. Hornets have gone just 33% from the field in the 4th quarter so far. They are 2 of 6. Now here's Freak. He's guarded closely. Thunder with the rebound. Westbrook against Hansbrough.
2 minutes.
Durant drawing the double team. And Roberson kicks to Westbrook. Floats one up. The shot is off. And Charlotte will go the other way with it. Freak dishes to Roberts. He feeds it to Freak. 7-foot shot. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. McGarry's got his 3rd rebound on the night. And the foul called on Freak. So no problem for Oklahoma City as they get the win.
Yes, thank you, Kevin.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Many thanks, Kevin. So now we move on to our Jordan player of the game, Russell Westbrook.
He was dead on from the field tonight, guys. I'd call his performance economical because there was no wasted opportunities. He took advantage of every good look he got.
And that'll do it for this edition of the NBA on 2K Sports.
I told you, Dom Pagnotti always delivers. Brand Jordan Freak prototypes. Open the box, check them out.
It's like Christmas and my birthday on the same day. Oh, Dom.
You love them?
I love them.
Hey, they're waiting for your approval for production.
Approved.
Approved?
Approved.
Done.
Man.
I'll make the call.
In Pagnotti we trust.
I told you you'd love them.
Man.
Hey, I'm going to have you playing in those in 30 days or less.
Money. Oh, man.
Freaking and vibing. Freaking and vibing.
Freaking and vibing in these, baby.